look at the top 10 forced into a relationship or marriage enemy HD. But before starting, hit a subscribe button so you never miss out any update from our channel. Let's dive into the video. Enemy where the main character is forced into a relationship are those TV shows that focus on characters that are obligated to be in a love story without their will. These enemy series are not only covering this subject, but also consists of various themes, be it action, drama, superpower, or fantasy. So just sit tight and pick some great anime series to add to your watch list. With no further ado, here we go. Number 10 is Kaichu wa Maid-sama. Being the first female student council president isn't easy, especially when your school just transitioned from an all-boys high school to a co-ed one. Aptly nicknamed Demon President by the boys for her strict disciplinary style, Misaki Aizawa is not afraid to use her mastery of Aikido techniques to cast judgment onto the hordes of misbehaving boys and defend the girls at Sika High School. Yet even the perfect Aizawa has an embarrassing secret: she works part-time as a maid at a maid cafe to help her struggling family pay the bills. She has managed to keep her job hidden from her fellow students and maintained her flawless image as a stellar student until one day, Takumi Yusui, the most popular boy in school, walks into the maid cafe. He could destroy her reputation with her secret, or he could twist the student council president around his little finger and use her secret as an opportunity to get closer to her. Number 9 is Seto no Hanayama. During his summer vacation, middle school student Nagasumi Michishio travels to the Seto Inland Sea. One day, while swimming at Mio-sun Beach, his leg suddenly cramps. No one is close enough to notice his desperate screams for help, and so he sinks into the ocean, where he is left to drown alone. Just as he loses consciousness, however, a mermaid appears and saves his life. That night, Nagasumi is visited by his savior, a girl who introduces herself as Sun Seto, a mermaid from a Yakuza family. As it turns out, under mermaid law, a mermaid whose identity is revealed to a human must be punished by execution. To avoid this harrowing outcome, the Seto family propose a solution. Nagasumi must marry Sun or die at the hands of Gazaburu, Sun's father and boss of the Seto clan. Faced with no other option, Nagasumi takes her hand in marriage. Now, the newlyweds face the difficult task of keeping their relationship secret. Between Gazaburu's unending attempts on Nagasumi's life and the eccentric antics of a slew of antagonists, a genuine and innocent love blossoms between the pair as they adapt to their new life. Number 8 is Soradimo Sekai wa Tsukushi. In the Sun Kingdom, sunshine is part of its citizens' everyday lives, and rain is something that they have never even heard of. However, in a faraway land called the Rain Dukedom, the weather is reversed, and everybody has the power to create rain with their voices. Livius Ifriqiya has conquered the entire world and expanded the Sun Kingdom's influence in the 3 short years since he was crowned king. Upon learning about the powers to create rain, Livius decides to marry Nike Remersir, one of the princesses of the Rain Dukedom. However, those outside the Sun Kingdom have spread a rumor that Livius is a cruel, ruthless, and tyrannical ruler, and as word reaches the princess, she begins to prepare herself for the worst. But when she finally meets her fiancé, Nike discovers that he is an entirely different person from what she originally expected. Number 7 is Nisekoi. Raku Ichiju, a first-year student at Banyari High School, is the sole heir to an intimidating Yakuza family. 10 years ago, Raku made a promise to his childhood friend. Now, all he has to go on is a pendant with a lock, which can only be unlocked with the key which the girl took with her when they parted. Now, years later, Raku has grown into a typical teenager, and all he wants is to remain as uninvolved in his Yakuza background as possible, while spending his school days alongside his middle school crush Kasaki Onodera. However, when the American Beehive gang invades his family's turf, Raku's idyllic romantic dreams are sent for a toss as he is dragged into a frustrating conflict. Raku is to pretend that he is in a romantic relationship with Chidage Kirasaki, the beautiful daughter of the Beehive's chief, so as to reduce the friction between the two groups. Unfortunately, reality could not be farther from this whopping lie. Raku and Chidage fall in hate at first sight, as the girl is convinced he is a pathetic pushover, and in Raku's eyes, Chidage is about as attractive as a savage gorilla. Nisekoi follows the daily antics of this mismatched couple, who have been forced to get along for the sake of maintaining the city's peace. With many more girls popping up his life, all involved with Raku's past somehow, his search for the girl who holds his heart and his promise leads him in more unexpected directions than he expects. Number 6 is Mikakunin de Shinkake. Just an ordinary teenager, Kobeni Yanomori receives quite the surprise on her 16th birthday, a fiancé and a sister-in-law she never even knew she had. As a result of an arrangement that her late grandfather made, Hakuya Mitsuman and his younger sister Mashiro have moved from their countryside home to the Yanomori household in order to deepen their relationship with their new family members. Mikakunin de Shinkake follows Kobeni's love life with Hakuya as she tries her best to adjust to the abrupt changes forced upon her. However, as some extraordinary secrets regarding the siblings come to light, Kobeni will find her life changed forever. Number 5 is Meo Chaiki. Due to his mother and sister, who both love professional wrestling, Kinjiro Sakamachi developed a resilient body that could take hard punches, aggressive kicks, and even deadly vehicle bumps in order to survive their various grappling positions and locks. However, he also developed gynophobia, an abnormal fear of women. With just one touch from a girl, his nose bleeds uncontrollably, he sweats excessively, and in rare cases, faints abruptly. His life changes for the worse because of a fated meeting in the restroom. While trying to escape from a girl, he discovers that the most popular student in their school, Subaru Kano, the butler of the headmaster's daughter, Kanade Suzutsuki, is actually female. Surprised, Subaru violently assaults Kinjiro, dealing significant damage and knocking him unconscious. When he comes to, he meets Kanade. In exchange for his silence, she promises to help cure his phobia. Number 4 is Sousei no on Myaoji. Magano, a parallel realm filled with monsters known as Kegger, is a place where exorcists deal with all impurities. Binyo Adashino is a prodigy exorcist who is recognized for her strength and is summoned to Tokyo by the Exorcist Union. On her way, she plummets into the arms of Rakuro Enmadu, a young exorcist with a troubled past. But the impurities of Magano do not rest. When these two exorcists witness a couple of children stolen by a Kegger, Binyo rushes to save them, dragging Rakuro along with her into Magano. Engaged in a fight she is on the verge of being defeated in, Binyo is saved by Rakuro, revealing himself capable of being her rival in talent. Sousei no on Myaoji tells the story of two talented exorcists who are destined to become the twin-star exorcists and the prophesized parents of the Maiko, the reincarnation of Abe, no Seimei, who will cleanse the world of all impurities. Number 3 is Akami Shoujo Takuro Aoji. Erika Shinohara has taken to lying about her romantic exploits to earn the respect of her new friends. So when they ask for a picture of her boyfriend, she hastily snaps a photo of a handsome stranger whom her friends recognize as the popular and kind-hearted Kayao Sada. Trapped in her own web of lies and desperately trying to avoid humiliation, Erika explains her predicament to Kayao, hoping he will pretend to be her boyfriend. But Kayao is not the angel he appears to be, he is actually a mean-spirited sadist who forces Erika to become his dog in exchange for keeping her secret. Begrudgingly accepting his deal, Erika soon begins to see glimpses of the real Kayao beneath the multiple layers of his outer persona. As she finds herself falling for him, she can't help but question if he will ever feel the same way about her. Will Kayao finally make an honest woman out of Erika, or is she destined to be a wolf girl forever? Number 2 is Orishura. The infidelity of Ida Kidu's parents not only made his family fall apart, but also made him skeptic of love. Having no intention to delve into romance, Ida devotes his entire high school life to his studies in order to become a doctor. It did not take long for the beautiful and popular Masuzu Natsukawa to notice Ida's apathy. Tired of being the object of people's affection, she asks him to pretend to be her boyfriend, as she too feels disgusted at the notion of love. Ida, however, refuses, yet Masuzu has one trick left up her sleeve: Ida's journal and threatening to post the embarrassing content online if he does not comply. Now entangled in a fake romance with the most desired girl at school, Ida's life is turned upside down. Whether envied by his peers or receiving a confession, he must cope with his newfound relationship and all the troubles that come along with it. Number 1 is koita yuso, lies are forbidden, and love is doubly forbidden. In the near future, when young people in Japan turn 16, they are assigned a marriage partner by the government. People don't have to go through the trouble of looking for someone, and everyone accepts that the country will find a compatible partner to make them happy. Yukari Nejima is 15 years old. He lives in a small corner of the country and just can't seem to get ahead in life. Both academically and athletically he's below average. But within him, he hides a heart burning with passion. In this world in which love is forbidden, what will happen to him when he falls in love? That's all for today. If you like the video, hit a like, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe.